Qi35, guys, is it worth all the hype? Watch the rest of the video to find out my views and what we think about this brand new driver from TaylorMade. Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. James Palmer here, testing the latest Qi35. First thing I would say about this is TaylorMade have put a lot of thought into the engineering of this. They have spent loads and loads of time working on the looks, working on the feel for their 4th generation of the carbon insert. They've stuck with the carbon insert for this year. And when this first came into the shop here, I have to say, there was lots of mixed reviews. Some people loved it, some people hated it from a looks perspective. From my point of view, I think it looks way better than the last model. I think when you sit it down behind the ball, just that grey mat on the top looks so much better. TaylorMade have obviously put a lot of thought into this driver in terms of the way it looks in order to maintain their position in the driver market. But the important thing with drivers is, how does it perform? If it goes nowhere, doesn't fly very well, it's absolutely pointless. One of the key bits they've done with the driver this year is they've lowered the centre of gravity. Driver manufacturers are always fighting to try and get that balance between speed and forgiveness. TaylorMade have done that by lowering the centre of gravity. That gives us more forgiveness across the whole face, which hopefully they claim means gives us greater distance and straighter ball flights. We're going to test this driver, test what this really does for us. We've got the TopTracer set up so you can see the ball flight, see where it's going. It's massively into the wind today, guys, so the distances are going to be down. But we've got the Flightscope Mevo Plus, which is going to tell us the actual carry numbers and give us a lot more detail about what that ball is actually doing off the club face. First thoughts are, when I sit up over this ball, I love the top line. I love how it looks behind it. That matte finish across the top just looks really, really nice. As I've found with other TaylorMade drivers though, I find the face sits a little bit closed, which just on visually doesn't work very well for me. I just look at that and feel like I'm going to hit it left all the time. But generally, I love the look of this. It looks really sleek. I think it looks really polished. And it looks like TaylorMade have put a lot of effort into the production of this. And I personally like the look of it behind the ball. Let's hit a couple. Let's see how it goes. So first swing of the day. Let's see what we go with this. Oh, that one's come off really low on the face. It's gone dead straight though. Come off really low on the face, really heely that. Just going to turn the top. Oh, it's back on, Phil. Sorry, that was me. Love the look of this. This looks so, so good. Phil tripping over everything then, guys, for the background for you. That was nice. That feels nice. It sounds really nice. That one's come right out of the screw, guys. You can see that one. Really, really nice on that. TaylorMade this year, what they've done is they've added in the 4 dots or the 6 dots on there, which makes it really, really useful for launch monitors now. So we don't have to, when you come for fittings, we always had to put the dots over the face to get the club head speed. Don't need to do that anymore because TaylorMade have done it for us. Let's hit a couple more. Let's see where this goes. Really windy here today, guys. That's just gone up and held up in the wind, but it sounds really nice. Another one that's come pretty much out the middle of the club face. Feels a bit slow today, but that might just be me. Be interested to have a look at the numbers afterwards and see how far it's actually going. As we said earlier, go on.
Sorry, the dots on the face we did earlier, didn't we? So
yeah.
Okay, yeah.
As we said earlier, guys, it's massively into the wind here at the range at Norfolk Premier Golf. So we've got the Mevo Plus. That's going to give us some better numbers. That was nice. Feels really nice. Looks really, really nice as well. I could easily put this down behind the ball and be really confident that I was going to hit it well. I think it just looks nice. Even that one's come a little bit low on the face. These have all gone really, really straight. I've had a couple out of the middle. I've had a couple of a bit low on the face. Try and hit some deliberately out the toe and the heel. Let's see what happens. See if that forgiveness is really there across the face. All right, I'm going to go for a heel strike on this one. Yeah, see, that's still gone. It's gone nice and straight, came out of the heel, a little bit out of the heel there, so it wanted to fade, as most balls out of the heel do, but it just stayed nice and straight. Going to hit this one out of the toe. Let's see what happens. TaylorMade claim that because they've lowered that center of gravity, you get more forgiveness across the face. Let's see how true that is. Terrified this one's going to go left because that face just sits closed for me. So hitting this out of the toe is really not going to help that for me. That's come so far out the toe. But you can see where we hit that one, guys. But what TaylorMade have done with this face and all the design that goes into it, the ball started right, but it's just moved back onto target. So just that real simple test there of a couple of balls hit out of the heel and out of the toe, the ball still stayed really straight. Would expect the numbers to come down a little bit in terms of flight, but it stayed really straight, which is really, really nice. They've got a load of different models in this range. You've got the low spin, the max, all different, but they've all got the same sort of technology built into them to make it really, really easy for you to hit. I personally think TaylorMade have done a great job with this driver this year. As you've seen in my previous review, the Qi10 I found didn't really go off the face. Felt like you could hit it out of the middle of the face and it didn't really go. This feels so much different. It feels like you can hit it out of the middle and it's really going to go for you. So let's hit one more. It's gone dead straight. Love it. I don't normally spray it around. As you'll see from the numbers, guys, I don't hit it very far, but I'm pretty straight most of the time. And that just suits the face on this. Still not sure I'm completely sold on the carbon face. Wondering if it's that good, why are none of the other manufacturers doing it? But that said, TaylorMade have done a great job this year with making it look good. Now we just need to have a look at the numbers, see how it's performing. Guys, just proving this is real is I had one job. My job was to make sure the Mevo Plus didn't go into sleep mode. Phil's turned on all this other stuff and I forgot my one job. So I've now got to hit a couple more to get the data from the Mevo Plus just so we can see what the actual numbers are doing. That started right and just moving back on the wind. Nice. I do like this driver. Still can't get my head around the fact it just sits closed. I don't really like the look of that. That's spinny. That's spinny. You can just see that. We'll see what the numbers say, but you can just see it goes up into the air and just stalls. But it is really windy here today, so, you know, we would expect that, but what we would hope is that this forgiveness across the face keeps it much, much straighter. I generally am not in the low spin head, but I generally don't generate enough spin, so that's why we've put this one on, but that one just came out a little bit spinny. That was a garbage strike, but it stayed pretty straight. That's pretty good for a really garbage strike. That stayed really, really straight. My mistake with the Mevo was killing me. Can't hit this many drivers in a row. That one's gone. Full send, that one. Launched nice and high. Gone really nicely. Sounded different. That one's definitely come out of the middle. Finding with this head, guys, it's launching quite nicely. We've got the Ventus blue shaft in it from Fujikara, which is a reasonably high launching shaft, which really, really helps me. Just get the ball in the air and keep it in the air. That was better. That wind is humming. That was struck really nicely, and that's just moved on the wind. Wow. Do not want to be out on the golf course today. Really, really windy. But the sun's out. Typical British weather. That's a better one. That one's gone. So this feels quite good, guys. As we said earlier, now we've turned the Mevo on, let's have a look at some of the numbers and let's see what's actually happening, because that's going to pick up actual numbers, not what the TopTracer was telling us, because the TopTracer is going to be affected by this wind, which the Mevo Plus won't be. Let's have a look. So we're just going to have a look at the data from the Mevo Plus. Now I've remembered to turn it on. So we hit 5 balls on the Mevo, and you can see when we compare it to the TopTracer numbers how much of an impact that wind was making today. So the average carry was just over 240 yards. Wasn't rolling out much. So why wasn't it rolling? When we look at this spin number that we've got up here now, where we look at the ball was spinning quite a lot. Now, we're using range balls. I'd be interested to see what this is like with proper golf balls. And this launch monitor sometimes doesn't pick up the spin numbers correctly with a proper range ball. But even so, it was spinning quite high. I would prefer to see that spin down at about 2,300, something like that. But overall, really, really consistent. If you look at my shortest carry and my longest carry, there was 8.5 yards difference between all of them. And the ball was consistently spinning on a reasonable flight. Couple went one way, couple went the other, but it was really, really tight on that dispersion. I'm not missing many fairways with that driver. And if we just look at this and how it works, smash number's a little bit down. Now the smash number, guys, is the relationship between the club head speed and the ball speed. My club head speed is always a little bit low, struggles to get above 100, 105 miles an hour, and you can see that on the numbers here. Didn't get 1 over 100. But overall, did that driver help me hit it straighter? I think so. Felt pretty good off the face, and the numbers show that it works really well. And maybe TaylorMade have hit on something here with this balance between forgiveness and speed, lowering the center of gravity to help the ball stay straighter. Thanks for watching the video, guys. If you like this content, hit the subscribe button. We'll be dropping 1 new video a week for you to enjoy. Hit the subscribe and carry on enjoying the channel.